You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for men to develop a backbone, a masculine purpose, if you will, and get more physically attractive, and even become more mentally healthy. All you men listening, I turn nice introverts into fit, self-entitled savages, if you will. And you might even become a little cocky as a result of your G status. More importantly, you guys, I also show you how to flirt and date more women and seal the deal. Just look at the show notes. They are all on my blog articles. Let's get into the content. For those of you who know by now, I am a DS Labs ambassador that is bucked up. I do promote bucked up. However, this is a big announcement to all of my fitness fans right now. Listen to me, okay? I just launched a new program. However, this is not like something you can get easily. Okay, so let me tell you guys something real quick. You need to complete the full 14-day challenge in order to basically graduate to this particular program. Because listen to me, you guys, but I want to make myself very clear right now. To be clear with you, you need to know what you're getting into. That's why I have you fill out a PAR-Q intake form before you even start the free 14 days. But lastly, you guys, more importantly, before I even get into the content, just understand this. This is a German volume training program that I took all of my classmates through. That means, do me a favor and start focusing on lifting more. Because the German volume training program is not for beginners. You need to complete the full 14 days in order to qualify. All right, let's get into the content. All right, brothers, I'm going to tell all of you something before even getting into the content. Before even we head in, this is a dating podcast, but I'm not really going to do like a darker tone today. I'm just going to tell you a lot of facts about social psychology. Because let's face it, I did go to school for psychology a very long time ago. Completely true. Now, first and foremost, you guys understand this. In the show notes, I have my fitness program, okay? Fill out your application. Special promotion, done. Guys, if you thought you could have get a discount, not going to happen, okay? I have my premium buyers in there, and not to mention, that's the only way you can really get access to my community too. But, anyhow, neither here nor there. Let's keep fucking going. Guys, listen to me. The title of this podcast does suggest a shortcut. Now, I want to really add a big caveat to this podcast before even jumping in. Brothers, I do not like this style of marketing. So you may have come across some dating podcasts where some dating coaches actually say this one line and she'll throw her panties at you. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's not going to happen. So if you've fallen into that, that's honestly kind of sad. And if you think that that's actually realistic, that's not realistic. And I'm not saying that to jump into the negativity bias that I will cover later in this podcast. Yes, brothers, there is a psychological bias, or a cognitive bias, if you will, called negativity bias. All right? And negativity bias, okay, I'll say this very, 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 very fucking quickly. It's simply put, you have the tendency to think things negatively very fast, and that's a bad habit that most guys have. Guys, to be clear, I don't like calling men betas, but one thing I will say that is a mental beta behavior. Mental, okay, listen to me. Don't take this the wrong way. Brothers, I want to tell you right now, don't take this the wrong way. This is a mental habit that a lot of guys have. If you think negatively of yourself, that is beta. Now, I say that because the minute you think negatively of yourself, that state transfers over to her. So you want to actually have girls perceive you to be higher value than them, then I suggest you start thinking more positive about yourself. Okay, guys, listen to me. Some of you question my positively narcissistic self-image advice because if you want to question me on that, I have one thing to say real quick on that. if there's one key thing here that a lot of delusional characters and girl magnets think in these TV shows, brothers, listen to me. I gave one of my secrets away on how I can basically get away with being very cocky. That is, I simply model on occasion, not too much because I know better than to be incongruent, but on occasion I will model Demon Salvatore in my game because girls love that fucking character. Watch The Vampire Diaries. Enough said. Now, the tension behind that, you guys, is this. Find a character that is a girl magnet. Study the hell out of that character. Because if you don't, honestly, that is a massive mistake that you're making. So, again, if you want to learn a little trick there on just not falling into the negativity bias, do that. But here's a key point here behind this, right? This one psychological shortcut that I'm going to give you on how women perceive you in their mind. It's kind of like the title of the podcast, right? It is called the availability heuristic. Do you know what this is, you guys? I'm going to really define it right now. All right, I'm going to define it, and I want you to listen carefully. Even write this down if you have to, because this is important, you guys. Some of you think, I don't want a social psychology class today. Well, brothers, here's my response to that. Turn off your fucking Spotify playlist and listen, especially if you want good dating advice today, because I don't give a fuck if you don't want psychological advice. This podcast can really switch your mindset when it comes to women, because most human beings are like this. Not just women. Men are like this too. You are like this, you guys. Some of you guys, you may have heard some of my podcasts. You think, oh, this guy's acting like he's trying to get all seductive and shit. That's probably what you're thinking deep down. But you guys, I'm going to tell you something. All right? I've literally worked on my inner game so that I can come across as seductive like that. So if you think that that's weird, that's on you. All right? That's just your own thoughts about me, and I don't really give a shit what you think about me. The tangent is this, you guys. This is called availability heuristic. Okay, I'll say that one more time. Availability heuristic. So if some of you think, oh wait, I'm trying to sound seductive, cool, I don't give a fuck. That's your own thoughts. All right? So here's a whole tangent behind that, you guys. All right? I want you to just write this down. Okay, write this down right now. The availability heuristic is a mental shortcut that allows us to make decisions more quickly by estimating the probability of something happening based on examples we can think of. It can result in illogical and irrational decisions, and it can cause you to misjudge risks and threats too. Okay? It requires no thought. It's not thinking. Women want to know where you fit on the social hierarchy. You see, there is a cheat code. All right? This right here is the cheat code, you guys. Are you listening now? Because I hope you're fucking listening. Because this right here, you guys, is a psychological shortcut. That is the availability heuristic. Women size you up like that, instantly. All right? Will know if they want to sleep with you or not within, I want to say, 1 minute of looking at you. And some of you guys are probably thinking, well, Adam, like, I understand where you're coming from. And in fact, girls are like that on the dating apps. Yeah, guys, they are. They are like that. They're a lot like that. But I suggest you start using better pictures and listen to my podcast with Jamie Dates if you want to actually leverage the availability heuristic. Okay, I just give you a huge tip there on how to really leverage this social shortcuts to get better results. Okay, guys, so the tangent behind this podcast is this. All right, the tangent behind this podcast is this. I want you to start thinking of yourself more highly, more positively narcissistic. Some of you haters out there still question that. I don't give a fuck. Go back to your fucking trolling space, because that's your opinion. The tangent is this, you guys. Women want to know where you fit on the social hierarchy. All right? And they decide where you're at on that social hierarchy. That fucking fast. That fucking fast. This right here, you guys, is why I promote working out. Now, some of you think, well, Adam, like, I don't have time. Brothers, if you seriously have to give me excuses on the time shit, go listen to my podcast called If You Have Excuses to Work Out, Listen to This Podcast or something like that. Because honestly, if you say you don't have time, that's honestly the biggest excuse on the face of this earth. Biggest. Because this is the whole purpose behind me promoting health and fitness. Right here. Girls look at you and they size you up like that. And if they see you don't take care of yourself, what does that tell girls? It shows you're lazy. Now, I'm not saying that to be rude. No, I'm being honest. If you want girls to actually look at you with even any amount of respect at all, if you absolutely refuse to work out because you're so fucking stubborn, then here's what I suggest you do. Pluck your fucking eyebrows. And also, get rid of your damn nose hairs and start using Tactical Soap. Alright? Yeah, actually, I just said that. I'll sponsor my podcast by Tactical Soap. Check the show notes. Now, brothers, listen to me. That's the end of my podcast for today. Yes, pheromones do work. You think, oh wait, Adam, you sponsor that? Yeah, I do, you guys. Because I've used it and I have video proof that it works. So, peace out, you guys. I love you. Remember, you guys, just remember, girls do size you up very fast, and they want to know where you're at on the social standing. Peace out.